So I was gonna record a review for Boogie Nights. I'll record a review for Boogie Nights, but battery died, so I'm don't feel like explaining that again. So I'm gonna review the movie that was right next to it on my shelf. The Deer Hunter. Deer Hunter. This is a German Blu-ray. Um, I it is by Michael Cimino, director. I came in like, look, I'm dyslexic. I don't know. Someone's watching. Hello. Um, basically, um, the Deer Hunter. First of all, great movie about PTSD and war, and essentially, it also has a fucking amazing cast. You got Robert De Niro, you got Christopher Walken, and you got Meryl Streep in there. So basically, what the Deer Hunter is about, you got these guys played by Robert De Niro, Christopher Walken, John Savage, John Cazale, all these fuckers, right? They work in this kind of like factory, like a iron place. That's how the movie opens. And essentially, they're all getting ready. They're boys, They like going out and deer hunting. They go up to mountains and shoot them, and you know, basically, uh, one of them is getting married. Um, Christopher Walken's character is getting married to Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep has like an abusive fucking father who like is a drunk. He's like, "Daddy, come on, get up," and he hits her and stuff. Um, basically, they're all getting ready to go off into the Vietnam War, and essentially we see them get married. All the shit that happens with the war, and basically we see bits of the war happening. So De Niro's there and Christopher Walken, and we see the horrible shit happening. They're being forced to play Russian roulette, and essentially what ends up happening is um, they witness some traumatic events, and Christopher Walken ends up getting PTSD, and later on in the movie kind of zones out and is so traumatized that he doesn't even remember who De Niro is. De Niro comes back alive, but he has a bit of PTSD as well and doesn't necessarily want. At first, when they're driving up to his welcome home party, he doesn't really want to be there. And eventually, him and Meryl Streep's character end up like falling in love and having sex and shit. But yeah, this movie is a fucking masterpiece. This is a fantastic movie. And it's one of the more unique movies about the Vietnam War because it's actually not just about the war. It shows before they go off, the after effects of it. Yes, there are scenes that do take place in Vietnam, like in the middle of the movie, but they're not like, you know what I mean? They're not like the whole movie. It's not like Platoon or um whatchamacallit. Uh I know Full Metal Jacket kind of started off with the military school, and then it goes into the Vietnam War and stuff. But this movie for me, like this is just about all of it. And there's times where this movie feels real, which is great. Um, there's a scene where you do see Christopher Walken get married, and Nero's kind of laughing at the church, and then there's a really long sequence that takes place at the wedding. We see them all dancing and shit, and and stuff that happens at a wedding, like, and it's realistic. And De Niro's drunk. He's like, "Yo, you're one of those guys," and she's like, "No, just leave it alone." Christopher Walken's like, "Leave it alone" and stuff. And De Niro's going up to this general that's kind of sitting there, and you can tell the general has PTSD or something like that. It's like, "You work for the war, yeah." So you see all that. You see De Niro kind of flirting with Meryl Streep's character, which I really like that. I like the chemistry that they have. And then when he comes back from the war later on, he's like, "Oh," she goes to visit back at the house, and he's like, "Oh my God, you're alive. It's so great to see you," and stuff like that. Then they walk to the supermarket together and like all that other shit. Um, I think De Niro's performance in this is just fucking great. You buy when he cries in this movie. You know, near the end of it, when he's going to see Christopher Walken's character and stuff, and he's like, why are you coming home? I was like, are you not going to come home or whatever? And it's like, you know, he's like, I don't know who you are. And then they have a game of Russian roulette, and then Christopher Walken's character ends up shooting himself, and it's really, really fucking emotional. And De Niro cries in pain, and then he goes home, and then the ending is basically like they're all at his funeral, and they're like, you know, cheering him on and stuff. And it's a really emotional movie, and it's deep. Like it feels realistic. Like all the acting, you buy it. And De Niro and Christopher Walken's performance, like their chemistry is great. They start off as friends. You know, they're out talking in their house a lot. There's some good humor. There's that great scene where they're all dancing in the fucking bar. You know, the "I love you, baby, and if it's quite all right." You know, there's the really funny scene where De Niro runs naked. He's like, "Come back here," and he runs down the street, streaking. He falls down, and like he's a bit worried about the war. You know, there's the iconic scene where he puts the gun to his head, the Russian roulette scenes, like with the you know, where the people in Vietnam, they kidnap De Niro, and there's a guy like, I don't want to go. He's like, you gotta go, and he's like really scared, and there's a guy, and he accidentally shoots a bit of his head off, and there's this long Russian roulette scene, and it just keeps you on the edge of your seat, and then De Niro puts the gun to his head and shoots it and survives, and then eventually the helicopters come and rescue them in Vietnam. But it just looks torturous. Like they're putting them in this cage, like in the ground and water. I think there's even rats in it, which I fucking hate rats. You know, and it's a very long sequence, and then you have De Niro in pain, and I like how it just cuts to that after the wedding. Like doesn't show the train, it just cuts to it, and then you have De Niro torturing people, and it just feels real and disturbing, and it's just really well done showing that time period. Because like this is the 70s, this movie was made. Like the Vietnam War, that was in the 70s as well. Um, but every Russian roulette scene is great. The one near the end, this is the one near the end. The guy goes, De Niro goes to this guy. You know, I was like, where is he? He like, because Christopher Walken knows his character. He's like, where the hell is he and stuff. He's like, oh, he's upstairs, and he goes up, and you know, he doesn't remember him and all that shit. And then he even sees him in a town. He's like, where are you? And he's looking for him. Whoa, where are you? And he sees him and stuff. And we do get a lot of great scenes with De Niro alone and Christopher Walken alone, because they're practically both the main characters in the movie. Because we kind of see what happens to Christopher Walken after the war, and he's going around to people and stuff like that. I like the when they're coming home to celebrate and stuff like that. Um, and they like De Niro's like, oh no, no, don't let them see me and shit like that. Um, I thought the war scenes were done really well, and the atmosphere in this movie is great. Like the way it's shot, oh my god, cinematography is unreal. The shots of the Niro torture, unreal, very colorful and grainy and all that shit. The gore and the practical effects, they're not it's not that gory, but like the practical effects are done really well for the scenes that are gory. Um, it always keeps you gripped, even in the slower scenes. Um, it has some very funny moments as well, such as like when they're driving up to do deer hunting, and then like the guy uh is running, he's like, "Come on, guys, stop!" And he, you know, he's driving away from them and stuff like that. I thought that was funny. One second. Yeah, I thought that was funny. And basically, what was I going to say? Um, there is this one character in the movie, and he randomly punches a guy in the face. I remember, and that was funny. And they keep driving off on him, and then him and De Niro kind of have this squabble. They're like, "Come on, shoot me! I'm a better shot than you." And he's like, "What are you gonna do? Shoot me?" And then they're fighting and arguing. And it's a great scene where they're going deer hunting and stuff. And you do see him deer hunting at the start, and you do see his character develop more because, like, you know, he even doesn't have the guts to shoot a deer anymore after being in Vietnam. So we see character development. There's a great sex scene with him and Meryl Streep, De Niro and Meryl Streep, which is great. But like as I said, music is really well done. Acting is unbelievable. Writing, cinematography, like this is just a masterpiece. It really is just a fucking masterpiece of a movie. There's no flaws with this. This is fucking perfect. This is a perfect movie. Gritty, classic 70s film. Uh, what else do we have in there? I'm trying to think. Oh, there's another scene I really liked that I was about to talk about. Oh yeah, there is a scene like where we kind of see like where Christopher Walken's character ends up, and he's at a nightclub or something, or this place, and the girl wants to bring him back, and he brings her back to this really shitty fucking place, and wants to fuck him. And you see the human side of him, like, no, I don't want to fuck in front of a kid, like in front of a baby, and it's like, fuck you, man, and all this shit. Um, but we do see De Niro come home in the general kind of suit or whatever. I don't know what you call it. And we see like he's a lot more quiet when he comes home, and Meryl Streep's happy to see him. And I just love this movie. I think that like Meryl Streep is great in this. They all have great chemistry. They're very believable. Like the friends are believable, and it's just what else can I say? Really, like this is a great fucking movie. It is a great movie. Um, yeah, just the whole, as I said, the fucking atmosphere and stuff. It's just great, honestly. Um, they go and like I like the sense that they're like everyday people. Like they're going out and they're you know after work and shit, and the opening shot's pretty nice, and just they're laughing, and then like I think that one of the mothers hates them, the girlfriends are nasty and shit. Um, you get to see all of that. Online strips without clothing. Okay. Online strips without clothing. Okay. Apparently, there's a porn person here. Lovely. Um, Scam emails. Okay. But anyway, this this is actually funny. So yeah, guys. Honestly, this movie masterpiece. Watch it if you haven't already. Very well acted. Very well directed. Fucking great. Like it's iconic. De Niro putting the gun. It's iconic. It's one of his best performances. Um, and that's all I can really say. So thank you for watching my movie review of The Deer Hunter. Hope you guys liked it. See you guys later. Bye bye.